Assalamu alaikum, welcome and karibuni to Aroma Zanzibar's kitchen, and this is our Ramadan edition, and we are starting with Msanif, which can be served as a side dish or a starter. So I'm using about 3 cups of whole wheat flour and 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, a little bit of black pepper, which is totally optional, and cumin is totally optional, and some salt to taste. I'm just going to mix this well to combine, and then I'm going to start adding the liquid, which is room temperature water. I'm starting with 2 cups. Now, I have shared this recipe before. That was my mother's recipe, and the difference is she uses only whole wheat flour, not to forget 2 eggs. And my version is a mixture of whole wheat and all-purpose flour, and also I added black pepper and cumin. This is my version. So if you want to try this or you want to go back to the old recipe, that's fine. And there are also recipes that only uses all-purpose flour. You can use that. And Queen Sheba has posted a recipe that uses yeast. I have tried that before. So you can go ahead and use that one as well. I'll put the link in the description box below. All right, so the most important thing here is to mix the batter till it's nice and smooth and runny, okay? Something like what you would use for your pancakes, all right? So we're just gonna mix this well. I think I used about 3.5 cups of water. Okay, so this still needs more liquid. And I did add oil at some point. 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I don't know what happened. Maybe when I was editing, I must have removed it. Just gonna check on the salt, and I needed to add extra salt. And that's it. We're just gonna cover this for about 2 hours while we get ready with the rest of the ingredients. All right. So I'm using ground beef, which is about 2 pounds and a quarter of something, which is about 1 kilo. So I'm just going to brown this first before I add anything to it. And once it's nice and brown like this, then I added about 1.5 tablespoons of fresh ginger and garlic paste that has been minced with some salt. All right. So we're just going to cook that for about a couple of minutes, about 3 minutes, until the ginger and garlic is well cooked. Then I just added some black pepper, some cumin powder, as well as coriander powder. And we're just going to cook this. You can flavor this however you like. I like to keep it very simple. I do love to add green chilies, but my better half doesn't take spicy food, so I have to be thoughtful, especially in Ramadan. Then I added diced onions. I like to use white or yellow onions, but you can use whatever you prefer. That's about 1 cup of onions. Just gonna mix it and let it cook for about 5 minutes. And then after that, I turned off the heat. And then I added the coriander, which is cilantro. Then I'm just gonna mix this well, and I'm going to start cooking now. All right. And by the way, I kept the batter for more than 2 hours. I think about 4 hours. I had to go out. So it's like this. It's a little bit too thick, so I added a little bit of water, maybe about 1/4 cup. All right. So now we're going to start making these beautiful pancakes. Now, this is my pizza pan, by the way, you guys. You want something that's totally flat. And I like to use this because I can make many Msanif. And you can make them any size that you want, okay? It doesn't have to be this size, but I like this size. Okay, you can make it bigger. You can make it smaller than this. It is your choice, all right? We love to have Msanif, especially in Ramadan. My mom loves Msanif. She fasts every Thursday and Mondays, and I think she makes this every week. So I got about 6 over there, and then immediately I'm just going to start filling the beef there. Yeah, I used beef. You can use mutton, you can use lamb, you can use chicken. Actually, I've not had, it's been a long time since we've had chicken Msanif. And so we're just going to fill this up, and the heat is in medium low, okay? Just like that. We're just going to fill them all. All right, and then you're gonna seal. Okay, we're gonna cover this with the same, just like that. You just want to make sure that the meat is covered, because when you're frying this, you don't want it to come out. Okay, and it may drip, as you see, all runny, just like that, and it really messes up the shape. I've seen some people make them really, really small. When I was in Oman, Ash Cafe, they were making them really, really small, and they're all same size. They must be having some kind of pan that you can use. But what I do is, okay, first you're going to flip. Once it's cooked, it's dried rather, we're going to flip it to the other side. Okay. Now those ones were not cooked. These ones are not cooked. Okay, so I guess the heat is not transmitted all over, so I'm just gonna turn it like that so I can get these ones cooked. And the shapes are really bad. Okay, so I have a trick for this, and I'll show you what I do. Actually, normally if you have a small pan, I use my cookie cutter so that they're all nice in one shape. In my previous video, I used the pancake pan, the one that has 4 slots, and that was really, really perfect. So just like this, and then we're just going to flip this and let it cook on the other side. And we're going to let them cool. And once they're cool, we're going to wrap them. Now, if you want to cook them on the same day the way they are, you can absolutely do that. But since we're prepping for Ramadan, I'm going to wrap this up. See, I've got so many, so I'm just going to wrap this up just like this. This is how I like to do it. You can do however you like that. And then you're going to I place the other one, and then like that. That's it. So I do 6 or sometimes 12. And then I'm going to put this in a container and then freeze them. You see, just like that. And now this is the next day. I wanted to show you. It's frozen, as you can see. So we're just going to let it thaw for about 15-20 minutes. It depends on, you know, how hot or cold your area is. So I'm just going to remove them like that. And once they're thawed on a hot oil. Now you want your oil to be really hot, because if it's not hot enough, they're going to really, really suck the grease. Okay, we don't want that. And these would cook like about 3 minutes on each side, because they're already pre-cooked. And they taste delicious, really, really delicious. And it's so easy. You can serve these with whatever you like. You can serve them as they are, or you can serve them with a sauce. My kids like them with sometimes with tomato sauce and sometimes with hot sauce, whatever you prefer. Okay, so all the ingredients and the measurements, as usual, will be in the description box below. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful and blessed Ramadan. All right. So let's see. Now, you can serve them over a bed of salad, or you can just serve them however you like it. But just for the demonstration purposes, I had some salad. I ate the salad, by the way. And this is how they are. And I've got my hot sauce over there. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.